Hello, second grade. Mr. Harriman here. And today I am going to be showing you how to make your very own spring groundhog. As you know, Groundhog Day is coming on February 2nd. Maybe you haven't learned this yet, but Groundhog's Day on February 2nd is exactly between the first day of winter and the first day of spring. So right between those 2 days is Groundhog's Day. And that's why we like to pretend that the groundhogs can tell us how long winter is going to go or how soon spring is going to come. All right, so for today's project, you are going to need the packet of paper that has the groundhog and the little poem. You're going to need the green strip of paper and the brown strip of paper. You also need glue, scissors, and the craft stick, as well as crayons. So if you don't have those materials, go ahead and rewind it, get the list, and come on back and start it up, and let's get to work on our project. The first thing you're going to want to do is take the piece of paper with your groundhog and your poem and go ahead and color it. It's a lot easier to color that groundhog before you cut it out. That way, if you go off the lines, you're not getting it on your table or your desk or someplace you don't want crayons. So go ahead and color that groundhog. When you're done coloring the groundhog, go ahead and cut him out and cut out the poem too. Now here's one that's not colored, and here's my poem. So you're going to take your scissors, color the groundhog, color the poem, go ahead and cut him out. I will let you go ahead and hit the pause. Once you've got the groundhog colored and cut out and the poem cut out too, go ahead and hit play and we'll keep going. All right, so if you have your groundhog colored and cut out and your poem colored and cut out, go ahead and set those aside for a second. Take out your brown sheet of paper. Now, this is the part that you're definitely going to want to have an adult do with you or for you. You need to cut a slit in this piece of paper. I used a very sharp knife, way too sharp for you to use. But you want a slit so that you can you want it about that big. And you want it, I don't know, in the bottom half of the paper. Doesn't really matter that much, somewhere near the bottom of the paper, all right? So go ahead and cut that slit out. You might be able to use the blade of your scissors. If you have really good scissors to cut that like that, you may have to use a sharper knife. This is definitely the part that you're going to have an adult help you with. Once you have that cut, take your green strip of paper and we're going to make the grass. Now, this is fun. First, if I lay this on here, you can see it's a little bit too long. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that part off. First, I'm going to mark it. Okay, it's a little too long, so I put a little pencil mark here and a little pencil mark there. Go ahead and cut off that little bit on the end, like that. So it should cover it up just about right, just like that. Now, this is fun, and you can go kind of crazy with this. To make the grass, you can see it's just some fringy stuff. That looks pretty good. That grass is a little nice looking grass. So all you do is don't cut all the way, but cut about halfway, and you can hold it upside down or sideways, whatever you want. So I'm just gonna cut. They don't all need to be the same length. They don't all need to be the same thickness. I'm going fast. You can take your time. See, I've got some thick blades. Maybe they're a little crooked. Grass is definitely not straight up and down. Just keep cutting. Try not to cut out pieces if you can help it. If you do, it's okay. Most patches of grass have a few bare spots. So if you accidentally cut a piece out, that's okay. Now I've got really long scissors and they're super sharp, so I can go pretty fast on that. Almost there, and I don't want to catch my fingers. So I'll flip it around and get those last little bit. There we go, and like that. All right, there we go. Woo! That. Oh, that's a nice bushy lawn. Woo. All right, here's where the part is where you get your glue. And you're gonna just put the glue right along the bottom, right all the way from edge to edge. Try not to get it up here where you've actually cut your grass. Just do a little bit from edge to edge with your glue stick. And remember, if you fall behind, just pause, wait till you get caught up, take your time on this. Make this look fun. All right, there we go. Okay, see, I got my glue. I put a lot on. And you're going to make sure you don't cover up your slit with the glued part. You want it to be the glue below the slit. Just like that. You want to leave some room at the bottom. Okay, so let me make sure. Poke my fingers through. Oh yeah. See? Good. I didn't glue where the slit was. That'd be bad. That would make this whole thing not work. Okay. After you have that part done, take your poem, and that gets glued. You can glue it anywhere. I like it down here, but if you want, there's no reason it can't be up here too. It's your groundhog habitat. You can put it wherever you want. Yeah, I think I'll put mine down there. A little glue on the back. Try not to get this on your table, okay? Make sure it's right side up. There we go, just like that. But again, if you want to put yours on the top, that would look good too. In fact, maybe I should have so it wouldn't go over the grass. All right, next step. Now, I didn't color my groundhog, but you're going to. And then put a lot of glue right here, a lot of glue. If you have white glue, it might actually work better than a glue stick. So if you have like white Elmer's type glue, that might look a little better. Go ahead and put it on that stick. And then put your groundhog on it. Make sure you have some stick hanging out the bottom. Like that, because it's a puppet. I'll show you what my finished groundhog looks like. I spent my time and did a really good job coloring my groundhog. I really took my time, did a really good job, got some shading. You know, and if you want to go a little crazy, maybe your groundhog's wearing a shirt. Maybe your groundhog is wearing blue jeans. Maybe you could make these kind of look like sneakers or something. I made mine kind of like a normal groundhog, but you don't have to. It's your own imaginary groundhog. You can make him look any way you want. Once you have your groundhog on your stick, and I have a fatter craft stick, you have a skinnier one. Yours should look like this. You take this and you sort of, it goes out like that. And that is where your groundhog goes through. like this. And then, ooh, ooh, oh, do I see my shadow? Do I see my shadow? Oh, there's my shadow. No! Back down 6 more weeks of winter. Oh. Or I don't see my shadow. Yay! Early spring. The last step on this project is get your crayons or markers or pastels or paints, whatever you want, and try and make this look like a fun nature scene. If you look at my other one here, kind of hard to see on the computer, but there's a little sun shining in the corner. Drew some birds. I drew some clouds. If you want to pretend there's snow on the ground, because it is still spring, it is still February, still winter, I guess. You could actually glue some cotton balls along here. Whatever you want to make this look really cool. In the end, you will have your groundhog telling you whether it's going to be an early spring or a late spring. All right. Thank you guys for following along. Hope you enjoy that project. Remember, we teachers love to see these. When you're done, take a picture or video and send it to us so we can see how yours turned out. Okay. Thank you, second grade. Have a great day.